Hey, I've been on a synchronicity trail, I think is a good word for it. Word for it. And I just heard a song on the playlist I'm listening to. The song that's playing right now is Now We Are Free by Hans Zimmer. And the song I started the playlist with this morning is The Song of the Butterfly by Istvan Sky. And then that immediately jumped to Now We Are Free by Hans Zimmer. But it was a cover someone was doing of it. So I feel like the in between of all that has been a message for me to relay to you today. And let me tell you the strange ebb and flow of this entire day, but in a very short sentence. This entire summary of this weird musical journey and these weird bits and pieces in different videos completely stuck out in a phrase in a song by Poets of the Fall, where they say, "The Lady of Light gone mad in the night." And when I heard that line, it popped into my mind this image of these, like this love story movie, kind of like Stardust, where these two lovers are kind of messed around with a witch, but instead of one being a star, they're both stars. It was a weird, different image in my mind, like a little teeny weeny movie playing. And the feeling that was associated with it, the genre, so to speak, was bittersweet. It wasn't like a now we are free, type of thing. It was like now we're free, but at what cost type of feeling. And when I felt that sting, I it looked to me like somebody walking through a door or the door moving over someone. It was like a silhouette of somebody. And the door and them were moving through each other, kind of like at the same time. Something was being left behind, something was being moved towards. And I felt what it felt like to leave that thing behind, to move forward towards the next. That feeling and the words Lady of Light have stuck with me for almost 10 minutes now. And I figure, okay, let's pull some cards. But when I first tried to do this video, the lighting was all bad. So I switched the lighting down to just the cards because it keeps getting really weird in here. So then I reached over to get a deck of cards. And instead of getting any of the ones I normally use, I got this one that it's the only one, it's the one I made years ago. And there's nothing on here, so it's just kind of like pictures. And I pulled one of the cards, and it was one of the mirrors, the lights being refracted. So there's something about light and lovers. Other than that, it's like a soup of information and attempting to, how do I word this? See, again. I'm telling you, I'm picking up on something and I don't know how to describe it because it's so far, not far. It's such a fine thread. It's kind of like spider silk compared to yarn in a scarf. Like, I know it's there. I can feel it. I can see it, like the light off of it. But I can't really hear it too well. It feels like this. Like, I know that's a gravel road, but there's so much. It kind of looks like a little, a far off picture of a universe. Oh, it really does. Look. I honestly have no idea what this reading is about. I have no solid intention with this reading. I'm just going with the flow. I'm following the tidbits of information, and the reason why I'm doing this is at some point today I saw myself shuffling cards for a card reading. And I was talking about something about light, or a lady of light. I don't know, there's just something so weird. Weird isn't even a right word for it. It's like I see all that stuff written there, and there's a cozy little place to just kind of chill out. There's the the warm yellow, like a happy home, and the blue background. It's cozy and comfy. But there's something going on. I'm seeing a lot of memories that I personally experienced. And I'm not seeing them as my memories. I'm seeing them as pages in a book that I'm looking over, and certain parts are highlighted where it was like a Cliff's Note version, or Cliff's Note, tip for dummies is written on the side on something that should have been done. Like the moral of the story or the lesson. Sorry for being quiet. Sometimes I tune into this stuff and I'm unaware that I'm on camera. Because I'm seeing something play out in my mind. What you have right now, this home that you have, this life that you have, if one thing was different, if one thing was removed, how much density would that create in you? And if you don't want to lose something, can you genuinely express gratitude and appreciation for what you have right now? Each specific thing that makes up the totality of you in your environment right now. Is there anywhere in your home that you would look at and think it could be better? And when you do, Are you aware of the voice inside you that says, well, why haven't you done it yet? I can't even tell if these Christmas lights are on the floor or on the ceiling. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but there was a car moving. While it was moving, in my mind, I was seeing people packing up like a U-Haul truck, and moving. So I was noticing the box in here. Like they were having one last look at an apartment and saying goodbye to it, or one last look at a house and moving to a new house, into a new apartment. It's like an upgrade. It's kind of like going from an apartment to a big house with more than enough room, and then that feeling you have of being safe and secure in your hermit shell. I hope that gives you an example of a feeling you felt before, of that peace. The song playing right now is Full Moon Song, Elohim by Malon. Okay. Now, you'll be happy to know I have not purchased any tarot cards yet. But I'm going to, gosh golly. Do you remember the reading I did with this deck? Where like 13 major arcana came out in a row. Was it 13? I think it was like 11 or 13 of them. It was absurd. Okay, what is this Lady of Light business? I'm not even going to get the goddesses out. I Did you see that? This hangman just legit turned around and said, nope, I'm untying myself. Look, that looked like a halo. And I was saying earlier, I couldn't tell if that picture is the like ceiling or the floor, and then it started looking like the walls. Something is changing, like your environment, your reality, wait, what is this? Your backdrop is changing. Some of you have a YouTube channel and you're going to be changing your backdrop. I know I need to. I've been playing around with the camera placement, and I can't find a good placement for this camera where you can see me and the cards and like most of the table. I have to like put the webcam somewhere up on the wall, but I don't have a shelf. So you're gonna have to wait till I figure out how to make a shelf or buy a shelf. And then I can put the webcam on the shelf. Or I can just get a better camera and clip it on top of my monitor. I mean, one or the other, or both. Anyway, okay, you're seeing something differently. You're untying yourself and changing. I keep wanting to say shifting, but well, I don't know. No. Oh, what is that? I just felt 4 or 5 specific people, and it felt like the light ping pong between them. Like that. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Now we are free. Oh, did you see that? That looked like the word enemy. Light being shown on the enemy. Good. I'm going to put that right there. You know, look at this. This is kind of giving me like weird heebie-jeebies. And I can't say it's all pleasant. This person, this energy, maybe the collective, had to be turned upside down to see things from a higher point of view. Where are you? There you are. Kind of like being reborn before they were reborn. You see that? This guy, this energy, was in a hanged man position in reverse in order to figure something out. They figured it out, and then they go back to this. But when they're this, they're upright again. It's like they jumped ahead 2 steps or something. They went and figured it out. They put him in a position of having, they put themselves in a position of having figured it out already. And somehow, boom, they figured it out. It's like they mimic the energy of awakening so much that they awakened. And now there's adjustment to this like new habitat. It's like on a human level, the species is like something woke up in them. They figured something out. Oh, that's better. Sorry. Pokemon evolve. Nerd. Oh, dang it. I don't know why this camera lens makes everything look so elongated. This table is not that wide in that angle. Like, that's absurd. My hand looks like it's taking up half the table. Do you know how tiny these cards are? Look at how big they look. Oh, wow, look at that. Hey. If I let this stream come through, now hear me honestly. If I let this stream come through fully, I feel like it's going to drown me. So whatever thread I've tuned into, okay, as a channel, telling you now to the viewers, I've tapped into some cosmic tune in a thread that kind of wasn't supposed to be there. Like there was a loophole. It's like the species found a loophole. There's Lily for confirmation. the artist. The tree of life. That tree of life has been coming up so much lately. Oh, moving up to a different branch and the environment changes. So take time to heal and appreciate what you have now. Remember it. Record it. Take pictures of it. Write down your thoughts as the person you are now.
All my life I've tried to have a moment. All this time I've known we were good.
I think this is a little interesting.
What I feel, and you can see.
He's painting a tree that's being revealed as her hair, the sky's hair.
All my life I've tried to give you
Oh, of course that's not better.
all this time I've known you had been.
She's moving her hair, like the wind is moving. I don't even know how to describe that. And he's drawing the tree. But he's not looking where he is. He's looking where it's being revealed. And the message coming to me to tell to you is remember where you came from or where you are, but not really in that way. It's kind of like remember something about this specific moment in your time.
Every day, in every way, I feel I'm blind.
It's like a sacred moment almost, or it will be to you later. You'll realize it later that it always was. And it's almost like that realization that every moment is sacred is what the dead coming back to life realize, right? When people have a near death experience, they realize that life is sacred, every moment of it. And it's almost like the living figured out what only the dead knew by going so close in vibration to that, by lowering collective consciousness so low that they peered through the veil and they could see right before the 10th wand. They saw what they needed to see to turn everything around. And now is the time to record it, to heal, and then to move forward with it. This is really big, guys. Like, this. I mean, I don't even, like, even putting words to it is comical. It's like, it's just cars and pictures. But what I'm feeling, it's like a massive bell going off in the ocean. It's like it's liberation. It's now we're free. But before you go on, would you please take a picture of where you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually? It's kind of it's this night having one look before they lower their helmet to move forward. that that was an interesting flip out. Okay, the three muses, also Mother Maiden Crone. That's a ton of goddesses we can refer to right there. Feels like three muses or sirens. I want to say the words Athena, but I'm not feeling that energy. Maybe I can describe it better as priestesses of Athena, or wait, was Athena ever known as the Lady of Light? Wait, why haven't I Googled this yet? Lady of Light. Galadriel, Mother Mary. Oh, Mother Mary. Well, of course it's Mother Mary. Is there any other Lady of Light? Lady of Light, goddesses. Nope. Wait, solar goddess of summer, solstice. Amerissis? What is this? Ooh, rabbit hole. Oh, jeez. Let me see this. I don't know what this is. This is probably about some book or something. Ascension Research Center. Also known as Lady of the Lake, after her ascension, Amerissis became known as the Goddess of Light. Since her first dictation on April 1st, 1938, there has been occasional confusion between the Goddess of Light and the Queen of Light. We can call for the Goddess of Light's power of light and for the action of the diamond sword Excalibur. Her twin flame divine complement is Moria L. Her divine quality is responsibility. She's Kohan of the first secret ray. Assists in the externalization of causal body momentums. Oh, interesting. First secret ray of Akasha, liquid currents of life force of Akasha, elemental force of nature of Akasha, cosmic light, white flame, blue flame, crystal light of Akasha, prana of a color similar to a transparent crystal. What is this shenanigans? Ay, 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 ay. Amerissis? Amerissis. But that doesn't say the Lady of Light. It says the Goddess of Light. I think we're just supposed to trust. Something big is going on. Something beyond anybody's comprehension. There are so many forces at play, I couldn't even begin to decipher what each of these stabs of creation could possibly have been that led up to this point. But that hangman sure is happy over here as the fool with the dog, holding an umbrella of the stars up above his or her head. It's like hearing from three different people brings about a moment of relief and then the ability to trust and move forward again. And I'm seeing this here as this Capricorn symbol for some reason. And before Capricorn ends and goes into what looks like Leo, it looks like this angled view of a lion's head to me. Capricorn symbol and then Leo symbol. And then in between that, there's you, whoever you are, learning to trust more deeply in the universe again. Doesn't count. I don't care how many you toss out, just after I've shuffled a few times. Please and thank you. Ace of Emotions, 6 of Materials, 2 of Inspiration, and 3 of Materials. Maybe it's better that you work with there's 3 of Cups here and 3 of Pentacles in reverse here. This to me is being translated as sharing your cup with 3 other people and doing an energy exchange type of thing with 3 people in your life, and then returning to your center to figure out how to go about your next project. Because there's roses here being shared between 3 cups, right? 3 people. And here there's roses being created down a path with those 3 people, but each of them having their own braid provided into this path. So you go and do something with some people, come back to your center, and then do something by yourself, and then go and do something with someone again. Similar to a jack of all trades energy that has a lot of talents and abilities. And you go and write a book for one person, you go and do some photography for another, you do some card readings for this person, and then, some life coaching or whatever, some car mechanic stuff on the side. Wow, this changed so many times in front of me. I couldn't tell what the fuck I was looking at. And then I noticed this hand. Before I noticed anything up here make any sense, I noticed this hand holding these olives. It's the 5 of Voices. So the 5 of Swords. But no one's fighting. No one's betraying anybody. They're all going into the dark within to find the peace. See his hand right here that's untying him? It's like the same hand. what you learned that helped you feel better about something will help multiple other people feel better as well as soon as you share it. When you share that piece, it brings a lot of other people together through a message system set up by Spirit. For others of you, you're working with people who are straight up not beneficial for you to work with, but you're working with them and you're being advised to maybe discern within yourself where you're really giving too much of your energy and not getting enough back or equal amounts back. There has to be a balance in your life. And if there isn't a balance in your life, then it's something within you that is refusing to receive. It's not always about people doing bad things to you. Sometimes it's about what you allow yourself to receive and how other people behave limited so that they can match within your little scope of receptivity. Otherwise, it'd be pouring it over you like honey, like an ocean. But instead, they can only kind of give you one strand at a time. And the trick to get through it, to expand your capacity, seems to be to accept the peace within you. Let it expand. Whenever a problem comes up within you, hold on to that emotion for just a second and then acknowledge it's there. Be like, okay, I know this feels bad, but I know that this bad feeling is only temporary and I've already started feeling better because I'm talking about it right now. Turn it, alchemicalize it, bring it to light. Change the mental dialogue you have in association with certain emotions. Kind of like how a pink rose smells slightly different than a red rose, and a red rose smells slightly different than an orange rose. But if you put them together, it just smells like a beautiful bouquet of heaven. So there's like a sense of just let it be. Let it be. It even says it right here. Let it be. Let yourself receive and let your past quarrels be. Let them just go. Let them be sands in the dust of time. Are you serious right now? Eight of materials. In reverse. But I'm seeing this more like you're about to get so much abundance, your world is going to be turned upside down. But regardless if it's upside down or if you're upside down or not, you're surrounded with prosperity. It's like the dance of Shiva or Kali, kind of like destruction and creation. There's so much that you're just playing with it. It's a freedom after realizing that you can let go of the pain of the past by not needing to let it go, by acknowledging that pain made you a better version of yourself. Those bad stories took you from who you were to who you are. You don't have to keep replaying them in your head, and you don't have to let them go permanently. You can write them down for yourself or speak them into a voice recorder and remind yourself later, like, oh, look what I went through. I got through it. Imagine how much light you could emit if you opened your heart, even just one teeny weeny hair follicle kind of nails length more. If you're already thinking you're open hearted, imagine how much it could be if it was even more. That's double judgment cards now. Strength in reverse. You're going to need a little bit more courage. You can't ever get rid of fear. You can't ever get rid of your trauma, and you can't really ever get rid of the possibility of you being hurt. So you can either face the world and let it hurt you if it needs to, and if it doesn't, then you trek through that world like you own it. And when it does hurt you, you own that pain and say, that's part of what I own too. Thank you. Let it make you better. Lightning doesn't make the earth uglier, it makes it more beautiful. So why should your rage or your pain be any different? Paint it into a thunderstorm and let it be. We can't let our inner child constantly drive the car and then wonder why we don't know which way to go. Your inner child wants your adult self to be happy and healthy. If your adult self can't take care of your inner child, how are you supposed to be freely creative? When you're constantly in survival mode and who coulda, shoulda, woulda been, how are you going to realize that that little kid doesn't have any parenting? It might have freedom, but it doesn't have true freedom. You think you might be creative, but not really. There's so many different layers. It's time, it's been time for you to focus on not only your empire, your legacy, the the record of your life you're leaving behind for the next generations, but it's also time to really be who you are. Really, like your braid matters, your flower matters, your wavelength matters, your peace matters, your boundaries, your strength, your courage matter, your ability to face your fear and to shine your light and still move forward. It matters. The way you remember life and you record it matters. The things you learn every day that give you a little brain wrinkle, those things matter. You should write them down and share them with people. That kind of looks like an angel to me, by the way. The way you communicate with spirit, the way you communicate with the, you know, beings on the other side of the veil, that matters. Share your gift. You've been hurt, you're traumatized, that's fine. It's okay. We all have. What have you done day to day to get through it? Share that with other people. Even if all you did, like throughout the day, was you got up and you changed PJs, or you didn't even change PJs, you were just chilling. I don't know, whatever. Just kind of don't suffer in not even silence, because when you suffer in silence, you're never really silent, are you? Some part of you screaming. So maybe, just maybe, you would have a little more courage if you would cherish what you have, appreciate it, maybe make a list, and then here's an idea, maybe make a silly YouTube video and say, this is the list of things I'm grateful for right now. And let the video go for as long as it goes. You can be grateful for your eyelashes to your toenails to the very stars themselves. Name them all. Make a really long video and just let it flow. I am grateful for so and so. I am grateful for this and that and that and this and this. Just do it. Try it. I mean, if you can, like, get snooty about it, then you can at least spend 10 seconds proving me wrong, can't you? Go ahead. Don't let me burst your bubble. You sit on your ego and do whatever you need to do if you don't want to listen to the advice being given to you. But if you'd actually like to be a better version of yourself, then maybe, just maybe, you can turn around and look at the thing you're scared of looking at is actually sad that you're not looking at it because it loves you. Like, you're the only one sitting behind that door, you, the viewer, of something you want to see and experience, but you're the only one keeping yourself from it. And it's because you're afraid of what could be behind that door, when it's exactly what's waiting for you behind that door, the Lady of Light, and you think it's a shadow monster. Because all you can see here when you look forward is shadows, and then this like massive, light over there, and you're like, what the fuck? But there's no one trying to hurt you. You're loved. Spirit loves you. God loves you. That door is the door to your gifts being mastered by you. And then there's infinite amounts of other doors. Don't stay in that desert of the dead. You don't need to be there. Now that you're free of it, now that we're free, see? If you would just follow your heart a little more, your soul will guide the way to your true, genuine, infinitely layered awakening. But you gotta actually look. The enemies only exist in your head. There's the clouds. I think that's enough, right? The song that's playing now is Istvan Sky, Heart Sutra. That kind of looks like the Buddha with the rainbow light all around them. I think there's a picture, if you Google it, of that. It's an image of a Buddha silhouette, and there's just rainbows being emitted from different energy centers, and it's spiraling like that. Wait, what is this? Is this entire deck? Oh, the deck is in reverse. No wonder. Okay, so those are in reverse. I mean, those are upright, and that's in reverse. Whatever. Chariot, Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Discs in reverse, and then the Knight of Wands immediately after that, and then the Chariot after that. The Sun and the Nine of Swords. Oh, remember in the beginning as the light being shown on the enemy? It's like this right here. Light being shown on the wound. But it's healing light. It's like cleaning those swords off. It's bringing joy to cancel out cruelty. Doing that within yourself creates movement and momentum, which clears out stagnant energy, which assists you in moving forward in your life. Whatever that means to you. Pleasure. Moving towards pleasure. Now we are free. What does freedom mean? Everything you do is pleasurable. You don't do anything that you don't enjoy. You want it, you get it. Good for you. For real. Good for you. Be certain to share what you've learned with others. Aw. That cup that fills both those cups needs to be filled by spirit, not by each other's cups. Your cups will be there to receive from spirit even more love so that your cups can emit the vibration of your relationship together into the stream of consciousness that you're in. The wisdom Source transmits to you gets filtered through your being, your vessel, out into the collective. It's not about you and your partner. It's about what Source is having you do as you and your partner. This message is very specific for a very specific few people. You are moving towards pleasure. You know what you want. The pain of cruelty within you has subsided. You see where you were wrong and they were wrong. And it's almost like an instant boom. The moment you accept within yourself what's actually pleasurable to you, you start choosing it. And you don't go back to not choosing pleasure. To like choose, if you choose anything that's unpleasurable, you're like, you immediately learn to shift it. Ten of Swords, ruin, yeah. The end of you being cruel to yourself. You doing things that you simply don't enjoy doing. Putting up with people you don't enjoy putting up with. Co-workers, people that, a neighbor that's constantly saying something snarky, and then you're just like, you're not even going to let it bother you no more. They're just talking to themselves. It's just seeing that every moment is sacred, and in that realization, knowing that anytime you choose anything that is not pleasurable, you are in some way, that's such a heavy word, but desecrating the sacred moment. Kind of like going to a job you just don't like, and you're wasting your sacred life at that job that you don't enjoy, or with a person you don't enjoy being with, or what have you. Okay. Three of Cups. We had Three of Cups before, then Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now we have Three of Cups upright again. Once you check in with yourself, you'll know which way to go, and you'll reconnect with your soul tribe. And once you're stable enough within yourself to recognize you are the only partner in your own life you're ever going to need, you get all these other cups. That simple moment where you go, I guess I can do it by myself. Yeah. That moment when you feel that pain inside, that maybe, just maybe, you'll be alone for the rest of your life. But then you transmute it and say, well, at least I get to do what I love with the people I love. And suddenly, boom, 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 happily ever after. Well, technically, we'll see how you play it out. Ace of Wands. If you don't want to make a baby, wrap it up. If you do want to make a baby, make certain you meditate so that you can ring a cosmic note of pure bliss and enlightened bliss instead of just bonk, 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 you know? You kind of want to go bonk, bonk. Hallelujah. I'm going to go. I can't do this. Oh man. No, 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 no. There is absolute interference, and I'm not doing this anymore. This went sideways in so many ways. Do you see this? Spirit being disappointed. Oh, boo hoo. Fine. Finish it up. Finish it up. Or else. Just kidding. But not really. Don't make me fight you, God. I'll karate chop you. Okay, not this one. 5. Again, you made me do another hour video. Oh my God, God. I just sat down and I clicked record. How the fuck is it an hour later? Okay, cool. Thank you. Go away, I'm asleep. Go away, I'm asleep. No. Wake your ass up. Fine. Fine. Wake up. We got work to do. I don't want to. We brought coffee. Nine of Cups again. Okay, bye. I love you guys. I hope this was fun. And I hope you guys got some messages out of it. I don't even know what to name this. So, I can't believe it's been an hour. Oh my God. Do I need to rewatch this?